Alright, start now. Let's go now. I thought I was making fun. Why is it not?
Oh, we've got some people posting.
Oh, yo, what's up?
He's joining over there.
Who's that? Hey, guys.
Which is like, isn't it the same? No?
Nah. No, it's two different. It's on your account.
Sorry, technically challenged people.
Hey, guys. Tell me where you're from in the world. What's up? What's up? Let's see if we can see the page first.
Oh. What we can see here.
Come on, guys. Come on, come on.
When you're inviting people. Here we go.
I want to see if it tells people, hey, Tosei. Is it Tosei?
Yeah. Hi.
Hey, what's up?
Seeing you on Saturday, Tosei. Are we? Are we seeing you on Saturday? Yay.
Hey.
Cool.
Oh, we got to share it on our pages, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
First time on this, girl. Pray for me. I have to take the volume off this, isn't it?
Just mute.
I'll have to find the mute button.
Mm-hmm. Hey guys, what's up? Tell us where you're from in the world. Say hi. Hi. Yeah, we're gonna talk about some really cool stuff today. Or tonight. I'm excited. I'm very excited. It's been a long time coming. And we've both put a lot of work into this. And I'm pretty impressed. Pretty impressed.
It's worked out pretty
My
well.
partner in crime. Yo, what's up, Yenka? What's up, man?
Hey, Uncle Yinka.
Yinka.
Uncle.
Let me share this on my momentum page as well. Yo, what's up, guys? Come on, come on. Oh, Lavinia's on here. Yo, what's up, Lavinia? Medea. Right. Right. Yes, yes, yes. People, share the pages as well, guys. Press the share button. Share it on your pages. You know, let everyone else get involved as well. Let them join and be a part of the conversation. Yeah, guys. We're about to talk about interaction. A few things. Yeah. It's going to be good. It's going to be very good. It's going to be very, very good. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. So if you know of any artists, creative performers, obviously for the gospel side, worship leaders, anything like that, share this video right now. There's a share button somewhere on I think if you're on Facebook, because we're on Instagram here as well, doing like multiple screens and platforms and whatnot. But press the share button, share it on your page, let people know, you know, get them to join in because they don't want to miss out on this. This is a great opportunity for them to ask questions. We could have a Q&A. We won't give too much information away, otherwise it'll, you know, kind of spoil what we've got, the surprise, what surprise we have ahead. Who's this? Who's on there? Hey, what's up? On Audrey's Instagram.
Oh, right, okay.
Hey guys. But yeah, share. Comment, say hi, respond to us. We're going to be very interactive. Ah, shouldn't it? See, it's already started. It's already started. Interactive momentum.
Right.
Yeah,
INtoAction.
So, I know, right?
Right.
It's already started.
It's already started.
Yeah, guys. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm very excited.
Just sharing some stuff.
Yeah, we're just sharing some stuff and then we're going to start rolling in a minute. Ibe's on here as well. What's up, Ibe? Thanks for joining us, man. Appreciate it.
Have your questions ready.
Yeah, have your questions ready. If you've got questions about artist development, yeah, have them ready because we're going to be answering some questions today, which is going to be good. And we're going to also explain. Shall we explain the difference between a manager and artist development? Should we leave that second? Or should we give it?
Let's see if people ask about it.
All right, cool. Let's do that. I'm not gonna see. I just want to jump right in and just no, but I can't.
Yeah. Pace yourself. Yeah. Pace yourself.
Pace myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely pace myself, man, on that. Yeah, guys, tell us where you're from. because we got people from all over the world watching this. So tell us
where are you from?
Where in the world are you from? Where are you right now?
Uncle Yinka, where are you from?
Tell us what type of
no, I'm silly.
Creative person that you are.
Hey, Keelan.
Oh, Keelan's watching.
Yeah, all the way from Tobago.
Oh,
wow,
that's cool. That's dope. See, we got to see what
Belinda,
I mean. The power of the internet. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. This is so cool. Because Facebook's congratulated us because we got the most likes, but this is our first stream, so it kind of makes. But thank you, Facebook.
It's a bit counteractive, isn't it?
Yeah,
Facebook?
thank you anyway. Right. Oh gosh.
I'll talk about this.
All right, guys, we're gonna start in a minute, and then we're gonna dive straight into this thing. And
please share.
Yeah, share the videos,
share with
guys.
Artists, musicians,
Definitely.
other managers, booking agents, anybody that you think will benefit from industry knowledge or artist knowledge.
There's a share button somewhere down the bottom of your screen. Just literally click it and post it on your page. Yeah, guys. But anyway, all right, let's start. For those who don't know, because we're on different platforms, my name is Afaran Gordon, and I'm a creative development director for artists and creative performers, and I develop performers both on stage and off stage as well. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say about that for now.
Okay, so my name is Audrey Gray. I do artist development. I do music industry consultancy stuff. So I help people build businesses in the music industry. So sometimes work with labels, sometimes work with event production people, tour stuff that I may be giving advice on, etc. And yeah, we kind of came together to start a workshop. That would aid creatives. Hey Sarah. Aimed at creatives really in the industry. It's not really, doesn't really matter the art form,
right? Because
ultimately these are tools that you're going to need to help build your platforms. So we want to do something different in our workshops, but we kind of explain that later.
Okay.
But so right now we're coming to you basically to talk about the workshop, and then to also talk about what you want to talk about, like questions you want to ask.
Yeah, any questions that you guys may have.
It's not too late to tweak the workshop.
Yeah,
to meet your demands.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you've got questions, I guess you could fire them in the group straight away while we still sort of give you some more information about the workshop. The workshop's starting on the 18th of May, and it will be at Culture Space, which is in Canada Water. It's actually inside Canada Water Library, right? Yeah. So it's one of the rooms in there. We have a website up already for INtoAction. It's INtoActionlive.co.uk. So most of the information about the workshop is actually there. And the mission of INtoAction and stuff like that.
Yeah, the topics and everything.
So we will be conducting like the first set of workshops, but we will be introducing other artist managers and other industry people to do some of the workshops as well, which is part of the reason as well, because I personally want to dig out where all the managers are, because I'm kind of tired of doing it by myself. So
I love it.
Would you please step forward and let's start like an artist managers forum.
Okay, cool.
Or support group.
Yeah.
Or 1-800 number at least.
Yeah.
Something. So that we can sort of talk about the woes of the industry and what works for us and what doesn't work for us, and how we can move forward with our various artists.
Right. Oh, that's really good, man.
Yeah, I need help, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't ashamed to say.
We need to connect, because we're kind of on a different spectrum when it comes to artist developers or creative developers, or those type of. We're slightly different from managers, but we still want to connect and work with them to obviously meet the goal of helping the creative of who they're managing.
Right. So maybe we can start talking about that then. So a lot of the time, I get a lot of people coming to me and saying, for example, that they need a manager, and so we'll have the little chat of why do you need a manager, and the usual response is that because I need bookings.
I want bookings.
And then when I point out that actually that's what a booking agent is for, they're like, okay,
message.
Yeah. then you could be my booking agent. Well, no, maybe I don't want to book you because I need to find out why you're not receiving bookings in the first place.
Yeah.
And very ultimately, those things boil down to development.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes you have to take a step back to go forward.
Right.
And, bringing that knowledge forward so that people understand that these things have a purpose and a place. And sometimes you need to gauge yourself correctly into the correct position to make sure that you are moving forward. Because you could be, and I've seen that before, people being on the circuit for 10 years, no product. Yeah. What is that really? Yeah. How is that the will of God on your life? Really?
Or even still, just no sustainability anywhere, whether it be product, whether it be events is one, whether it just be financially, support, anything.
Right.
There's lack of sustainability in certain areas.
And it can't be just about bookings.
Yeah.
Ultimately, it can't be, because bookings can dry up at any time.
Right.
You want to create something sustainable for your career so that you do have an ongoing, rolling development of your career or your art form. It's not honest to your art form or your message if you're not doing, things that will help to enhance that. So
And guys, if you have any questions, please type them in. Let us know. It could be anything, like literally anything that's you see, or any issues, anything in regards to the music industry. Let us know before we go talk about the our special project. Yeah. Actually, you know what? What I do want to share is how we kind of met and kind of got into this, actually, because that was really kind of interesting. She contacted me
because I'm brave like that
on Facebook. On Facebook, she contacted me and she realised what we were doing, or what I was doing, and how we could be a benefit to each other. Said, "Oh, I've got this idea. Let's put it together." So I was like, "All right, cool." Like, I'm always open. I'm opportunist, so I'm always open to stuff like that. And when she told me what the idea was and what what the project she had in mind, I was like, "Yo, this is dope! Like, this is amazing!" And I jumped on board and I was at full effect. I was like, "Yeah, let's go, let's do it," because the goal is ultimately to help creatives. That's basically what it is, and industry and personnel. Okay, and there's some other steps as well. Like, we're already building phase 2, phase 3, phase 4, so on and so forth. But we're starting off with this first, and that's kind of how we met. And we kind of just, ever since then, just been working on this project. That's why we've kind of been busy amongst doing our own other things as well, because we're not just, I'm doing a whole load of stuff with my company, Momentum. She's doing a whole load of stuff with a whole load of different people. So. And industries and professionals and all sorts, and I'm the baby. Like, I'm still in the baby. No, I'm still the baby when it comes to like business stuff. I'm the new kid on the block. So it's been good to get experience and expert advice, and we've been feeding off each other and iron sharpening irons and everything. So yeah, I appreciate that. Thanks. So my partner in crime.
Yeah, so ask questions, people. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I'm a bit of a clown, but that's how I stay sane. So you better thank God for it.
Oh yeah. My partner in crime, guys. But yeah, keep the questions coming. Keep sharing the video, the live feed. Guys, we really appreciate you coming on board. Hey. I'm on Instagram on this side, and we've got Instagram on that side.
Yeah, so
it's like living in the Matrix right now. We just proper got equipment everywhere. Man.
Questions.
Yeah, guys, keep your questions coming. Anything. It could be literally anything. It could be literally anything. We had some questions actually as well.
That's true.
Because when we first discussed about going on live and everything, this was when we first, a couple months ago, we had some questions that we would think that artists may ask to obviously industry personnel like us. And it could be, like I said, it's more than just bookings and stuff. It can be anything about how do I increase my fan base, or how do I when do I involve the fans in the project? Like, how do I sell the project, or how do I get them to
engage with the project
and connect and all that other stuff. So if you have any questions, please write them down, and we'd love to answer them. Love to answer them, guys.
How long have we been doing this for?
Okay, we got a question from Donna asking us how long. I've been doing this for. Officially, I've been doing it since 2014. 2014? Yeah, 2014. Unofficially, I've been doing it since 2009? No, 2010. So before the company and everything was involved, I was actually test marketing it at university, and it worked. So from the time I realised what worked, I was like, right, I've got to take this into a business. So I started university in 2009. I started on a project 2010. I graduated 2011, and then I didn't really officially start the business till about 2014. So that's how long I've been doing it for quite a while. But professionally, I've been doing it for about 3 years. Yeah. How about yourself, Forge?
2006. I started like doing it full time. 2006.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And then I took a little break, and then obviously if music's in you, you can't kind of leave it.
Yeah, that's true.
So I had to come back and start again. So being back, I was living overseas and doing music all that time. So I was doing a lot of artist development and like events galore. So then I've been back in the UK since 2011, doing it full time again here.
Cool.
Yeah.
We got a question from Marcia. The first question is, how do you deal with barriers in the industry? Oh, girl, you've opened up a can of worms now, ain't you? You proper went there. You had to go there. It had to be the first question, and you just went deep, like proper deep into it. All right, cool. I think for me, let me just jump in here. Yeah, I think for me, barriers just mean you just have to find a way to go around them. It doesn't really stop me. Right. So, like, hearing people say things like, if you want to get through in this industry, you've got to go through me, would be like, okay then. It'll take me twice as long, but I'll get it done. Or I'll get it done somehow, and then, realise that, wait, you actually carved a path for this to be done in a different way. Right. Yeah, so I don't do barriers. You actually brought up a very good point, actually, because
not that they don't exist, but
no, they don't exist. But this is where we discover, like, there's a new. What most people don't know, there's actually a new model of music. So those barriers to like entry kind of don't exist anymore because we've got so many independent artists. Hence, we've got the Adeles, Chance the Rappers, the Ryan Leslies. Childish Gambino, aka Donald Glover. We've got all these, Kendrick Lamar. Do you know what I mean? We've got all of these artists that are independent, that are not necessarily within the major music business, that are doing things without them, but still getting the same result. So now you're in a independent market. You're free you have a lot more creative freedom, a lot more creative control to do what you want to do. So those barriers of entry can be bypassed very easily, very quickly. Social media being one of the biggest platforms to do it on. Do you know what I mean? That's just opened up a whole different world to so many different things. Or people that present a barrier. Yeah, people that present a barrier, that's another story for another day, I think, because I don't want to start name dropping. I don't want to stop name dropping. Let me just leave it like that. Yeah? But normally, nowadays, like I said, for me, I think personally that independent market, where you're talking about artists that are not signed, but just doing their thing independently with a manager, or, friends, family, or whatever, or they've got a team together, they can easily just do stuff themselves nowadays. They put on their own tours, gigs, so on and so forth. Other questions from Keith. There is a new music business. Oh yeah, I agree. Yeah, definitely. There is definitely a new music business. It's evolving. Like, I think right now what the industry is trying to uncover is streaming. That's the biggest thing. Like, and to be honest, if you really think about it, streaming is not that deep. Yeah, it's not your enemy. It's not. But they're trying to control it. They're trying to, manipulate it and make as much money, which is cool. It's a new platform. It's replacing the physical format of CDs, and it's taking MP3s to a whole nother level and stuff like that. But that process is going to take some time until we move on to another, wave of listening to music, wherever that is. I don't know. But yeah.
I think people need to get to grips that music is not the main product anymore. Music's a byproduct.
See, this is why I work with her.
Yeah,
for this reason right here. So, this is why. Oh,
so mad. Right, so there's the other things that surround your music that really make you popular, and they make you money.
Right.
Really. So just focusing totally on, I'm going to just make great music. People want more than that.
See, this is my pet peeve. I'm trying to hold back because I don't want to say too much, but this is my pet peeve.
Hello.
Like the product, artists, listen to me. Look, I'm gonna have to come to close to the camera because you lot get the product is not the final chapter. Okay, it's not. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. Yeah, you probably know it already, but selling the product, so many people. Oh yeah, I've got great music. Great music is fine. However, there's a whole heap of other factors you need to involve outside of just the main physical music. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Or merchandise or whatever the case is. It's so much more than just the physical, tangible stuff. The music business can do it that way because they've been around for longer. They've got a huge machine around you, so on and so forth. But if you're an independent artist and you're starting from scratch, or you're up and coming, or wherever you are in your journey in your career, you have to use a different method, a different formula altogether. Okay.
So somebody was asking about the goals and mission. Okay, good. Right. Okay. Okay.
Vision. Someone's asking about the vision and.
All right. I mean, for INtoAction, the vision's really to encourage sustainability for creatives. I want creatives really to take control of their own career.
Right.
That's what I want to do, because you are your own industry, and you need to function in that way. There's no point singing and making music and not really working your business as a business. Otherwise, it's a hobby.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So really for you to take charge of your industry as an industry, to promote your core message as a creative. What is your core message? And I mean, we all love Jesus, but what's the rest? You know what I mean? Where is the rest? Where's the sustainability in what you're doing? You know, developing your acts into persons, you know, people that people can actually identify with and communicate with, people that that they can engage with more, because the business side completely gets lost, and then you're wondering why this isn't happening for you and that isn't happening for you. It's really frustrating. And then you're reading textbook management and trying to apply it to our scene. That's not going to work, because those books are built on an industry platform, based on an industry that works together, an industry that holds hands, an industry that has all the wheels that turn in the same direction, or whatever the case may be. Whereas we don't have that model in its fullness.
Right.
So whatever you read in the books still have to be customized. You know, we're still kind of stuck in some forums where if I say the word artist, I might get stoned. It has to be minister.
Yeah.
Really? Really? But yet, in that same environment, when they want to book an artist from across the waters, it's not a problem to call them an artist.
Yeah.
So, you know, you have to get serious about your business, I think, and get on point. I know artists that are selling stuff on iTunes. You're not a member of PRS. What is that, really?
Let's not go there.
Why? Why would you do that? You know, those things just don't make sense to me. Because you are losing the money, even if it is pence, you're still losing money.
And you're not building the industry either, because our purpose is also bigger than just the artist. That's the front end. The back end is making sure that we grow an industry that works and sustainable. It's as simple as that.
Thank you.
Do you know what I mean? Like if we think that selling bootleg products with that is not legalized, whether through online distribution, PRS, any of this, you know, royalty collection societies, and you think, oh yeah, I'm getting numbers, that's not being recognised. On the streets, it might be recognised. Cool, you're doing well, fantastic. But in the music business, you're not even touching the surface. You're not.
And then also being really true to your goal.
Right.
So if you're an artist and you come to me and say, yeah, I just want to bless the world with music, that's fine. But if you're an artist that comes to me and say, I want to be famous, that's a total different ballgame. We can work to that goal, but we still have to put the message in the goal, obviously. But we can work to that goal. If you're a songwriter, you know, I penned this song while I was on the toilet. Really? Okay, that's nice. So, you know, how about we write a hit? Because if we write a hit, it will go a much further than, you know, just writing something because I put a couple of verses from the Bible together and just layered them. They're actually just scripture, but it doesn't even quite make sense. Yeah, that sort of stuff. That's
yeah. For me,
you're doing God an injustice. I think.
This is
because the message isn't going much further.
Exactly, and this is my thing.
I want to listen to a song and not have to press forward because I only like 2 songs.
Yeah,
and it is defeating the purpose of your product. Am I wrong or am I right? It's defeating the purpose of your rocket. Your message is getting lost because those 10 tracks. If I only like 2 songs, I'm getting 2 song message. Your 10 tracks worth of work. Why bother? You know. So to do stuff intentionally. He's an intentional God. I don't think. Yeah. He's an intentional God, so we should definitely be doing things intentionally. Doing things intentionally. So writing hits intentionally. Actually go and study sonic sound, understanding what it is that people want to hear, understanding how you can bring across that message within that without losing yourself. That's a deep thing. That's a deep thing, but as I say, it makes your message go further. And ultimately, if you are a gospel artist, it is about your message first and foremost. Yeah, and it's also to add to that as well. Gospel music, I tell people, every artist, I was a client literally yesterday, and thankfully they're on board anyway with the right mindset. But I tell, especially gospel artists, this all the time. Gospel music is not. Gospel music is not a genre. It's a ministry. That's another.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's the word of God set to music. That's it. Do you see what I'm saying? So whatever. That's why people are like, oh, how comes we've got different genres of gospel music? We've got rock, we've got pop, we've got rap, we've got all this, we've got R&B. Because gospel music is not a genre. It's a ministry.
Hey,
so it's ministry first. Yeah, what's up, Ryan? And then music second. So you have to remember. Okay. I said this on Premier Radio when I went in February. Did God call you to do what you've been called to do? Whatever it is, whether it be singing, the spoken word, rapping, whatever it is. Fine, cool. Did he call you to the marketplace or did he call you to the temple? Yeah, marketplace being obviously the world, temple being to minister in churches, or both. It can be both, because I know artists, I work with artists that actually want to do both and are doing both. And then understanding that, okay, like Audrey was saying, relating the natural with the spiritual, it's a double-edged sword. You can't have one without the other. Yeah. Otherwise, you're just singing gospel music as a genre. Just as far as I'm concerned, you're just getting a right song with a good hook and then just flinging the word Jesus in there, or Hallelujah, or Holy Spirit, or whatever. It's just a genre, but it's not a genre. It's a ministry. So, yeah. Shout out to Ryan. Who else? What else?
What's Sarah's question?
What's Sarah's question? Given how crucial the song is to the entire process, is there any formal writing courses / training courses that you could recommend? Right.
Well, I know that I've been on some of them because I found myself writing with people when I vocal train. So you listen to the same song over and over when you're vocal training, so you get to but what does that really mean? And what then you end up songwriting with people. So I've been on a course for songwriting and it was done really, really well. So I know one of the workshops for sure we're going to get someone in to do. We're going to get someone in to do songwriting. Okay. For one of the workshops for sure.
Oh, cool. I don't know any workshops off the top of my head, but
I don't know if there's online ones like Berkeley do online.
That's true. Actually, Berkeley do online workshops for real. I think no.
I don't know anyone else.
No, but there should be though. I think there definitely should be courses for that type of process, because especially in gospel music, it's more than just writing a song. It's okay. I've had some artists that have had songs like downloaded to them from they say, I've got this revelation of a song, or God sent me a song to me like during the evening or during the night while I was asleep or something, and then they've just written it and it's been like a God-given song. But then there's also something that you want to create creatively and say, you know what, I might have a message that I want to pass across, so I need to actually find a way to put it down on paper, and then I need help with that because I may not get certain words out the same way, or I'm still developing my songwriting craft and stuff like that. So I definitely think there should be courses like that to help the artist, without doubt. Glad you mentioned PRS question. It's from Freddie. I will usually buy something if it can do for me what I cannot do for myself. What specifically are you bringing to the table for artists? There's more. Are you? Okay. I think it says supporting or purporting to advance their business? What problems are you solving in the industry?
All right, good. Okay, that's good. That brings us on to that point of the... Thanks, Freddie, for that question. So the INtoAction workshops, they work as workshops. So they cover a list of... You can give us a list of topics. But also what we're doing on week to week with the workshops, which is making it slightly different to maybe other workshops, is that we're giving you tasks that we want you to complete during that week of time, and to be able to report back on how those tasks work for you. So it may be in the first week where we're talking about fan building and that sort of stuff, then we may give you some tasks to do to look at your fan base, look at what platforms your fans engage with you the most, look at your analytics, tell me what you can derive from your analytics. All those things will help you, of course, to narrow down where your marketing is and look at where you should be distributing really good quality PR in order for you to keep going. So I guess it is something, as I say, it's something that can help build your business, but ultimately it's building the industry simultaneously. Because if more people do that, then definitely you're going to shine. You're going to shine above the others. Right. And that alone is going to draw attention to what you are doing. You know, I found that it's very difficult to affect a lot of people at the same time, but when you get individuals doing it and those individuals are influencing others, or they're seeing that, hey, this is working for you, how did you get to do that, then that's when they sort of jump on the bandwagon. Right. So yeah, these workshops help to develop you, and we monitor what you're doing. Right? So that's we're monitoring what you're doing, depending on we have 2 different membership packages for workshops, and depending which one you go with, you may get mentoring with it also. After the workshops are over, we're sort of doing a Saturday clinic, which is an open artist clinic. So you can come and book a slot, and we can analyse your specific stuff that you're doing. So look at exactly where you are now, and what's worked for you up to this point, what you want to do in the future, and sort of map out your career, the whole career, or the next 6 months or a year of your career. So that's how we're sort of contributing towards artist development in that way, because I'm sort of the thought that you can't develop an artist career without developing the industry simultaneously. You must be teaching the industry something,
of course.
Or encouraging the industry in a different mindset, because it needs to be built.
Exactly.
And it needs to be built by both parties.
Right.
So sometimes some things you do publicly. I remember there was a time where I was before, where asking somebody to complete an online booking form was like a big, take her outside and stone her. Who does she think she is, really? Wow. Do you understand? And this, knowing that, if you want to book a big act from the States or from anywhere else, they're literally asking you to send your bank statement and your children's birth certificate to prove that you've got money. So it's like, that's just totally ridiculous. But it was something I persist with. And what I had to do is sort of give the impression that the booking form is coming from the act, and allow them to engage with the booking form. I know it sounds crazy, but it actually did work. It worked in that way. If they felt that this was the artist saying, could you please complete this form? That made a complete difference. Whereas they thought, oh, it's a manager or it's a booking agent. It's almost like, why should we do it for them? So, educating the public and developing you at the same time is only going to work best for you. So and also what we're doing is, at the end of the workshops, we have a funding workshop. So this is a specialized workshop where we'll be bringing somebody in to talk about crowdfunding, but also to look at the funds that exist out there for creatives, and how they can apply for those. So the first half of the workshop is really prepping you to be, I guess, fruitful for the second half, because a lot of these funds that you can apply for, you have to have a particular status already, because remember, they're going to search your numbers, they're going to look at your activity,
they look at everything.
Why should we invest in you when it looks like you're not investing in yourself? That's very often the problem we have. So that local venture stuff, I'm going to pin that, and I'm going to send you a nice long message afterwards. Ready? But it's been addressed with the funding aspect, and it's been addressed with the whole profile building of the artist, because the two things have to work together for it to work for you.
It's basically the easiest way of saying that as well, to help. Like, it's literally, like I said before, just mirroring if you're a gospel artist, the ministry side and the music side, music business side together. So you are basically becoming not just an artist, but actually a business, or like Freddie's saying, a business venture or enterprise.
That's right.
It's all seen in that way anyway. We're not saying you have to stop, being creative, or but you will have to focus on the business side of things as well, because when it comes to dealing with people in the industry, as much as you're amazing, your gift and your talent is amazing, all they'll be interested in is the stats.
Yeah.
When it comes down to it, database stats, accurate number of fans, all that type of stuff, your demographics, all these other things. And if you don't have those things in place, they'll say, right, go away, come back to us, or we'll call you when you have that information. Do you know what I mean? And we don't want to get to that point where it's too late for you. We want to get to a point where you're ready for it, you're prepared, and then when you come to negotiating at the table, you can negotiate what you want to negotiate. You have the power in your hands. You know what you're doing. You know where you're going. You've got a career direction. You've got a ministry direction. You know what's doing. You're already probably doing it, but you just need to take it from a local aspect to an international aspect. That's just basically it. So, keep the questions coming, guys. We're loving it. I'm loving it. This is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. The topics, though, that we are gonna discuss on the 18th of May, I'm not gonna say what. Shall we say what order we're doing them in? Or should we just mix them up a little bit?
Yeah, don't mix them up, because
All
it
right,
depends
cool.
what they come out with as well.
Oh, that's true. So, all right, we're going to talk about your artist identity branding. So that's about building your brand, so your fans or industry personnel can see what that is, and not just building what your brand is, but also explaining it and sharing it in whatever format or process you want to share it, so they understand your brand and your identity, because your identity has to be part of the brand. If it's not, then it won't be as effective, because we're in a world of social media, which includes engagement and connection now and all those other things. So you have to add that into it. Building your fan base both online and offline. So we've got tools on how to build your fan base offline, which is my biggest one. I love that one. And online as well, which is also another part which I love to kind of get into, because I've seen a lot of artists get to a position where they are, especially with building the fan base offline, it's it can sometimes be tragic. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Watching these guys on stage, they're amazing, but then once they've finished, it's like, okay, what do I go? What do I do next? Do I just go to another event? Do I just keep doing the same thing? What is it I'm actually doing? And we've actually got tools that help you to get the results after every single event, or every time you're with an audience or fan member, when you're off stage, and you're building your fan base that way. The same thing for on stage. How do you connect with your fans online? And how do you engage with them in a way that's not being seen as spam, or being seen as just a critical project that that gets blown up, even if it's 99.9% perfect and that 0.01% is imperfect, but someone will just take that 0.1% and just automatically, because we're humans, we're made that way. So if we don't have a connection, we're always going to be looking at the faults before we even look at the good parts. So how do we override that situation and make people kind of be a part of the journey and buy into us? When I say us, the artists, and not just, again, coming back to the project alone. So Nat, do you want to talk about any other topics?
What did you cover, Brad?
I covered the fan base one and the identity one, so we got that one.
Okay, so then the other aspects we're going to cover is the breakdown of the industry as such. So the mainstream industry has to make the comparison between the mainstream industry and the gospel industry, and the differences, how we're affected by the differences, and about building a team that is effective for this current industry that we're in, this current era that we're in. Identifying at what stage of your career that you need to have the certain elements to build your career successfully as well. I think that's the key thing, really, in the beginning. I think that will be the starting point, really, is to show the building blocks of starting a team that's going to make your project or event come to pass, really.
And quick plug, everybody needs an artist developer. So you're looking at them right now. I'm telling you, I'm being honest. I'm just gonna be honest and say it. I don't care. Every person who needs a team will need an artist developer.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So quick plug. You're looking at it too. I'm just saying.
Pricing models. Okay. Yeah. See, in the when the industry breakdown, we're gonna talk about pricing models.
Okay.
And looking at different. I'll show you some pricing models that I've used, that I've worked in the past as well, because that is a big issue. People don't know what to charge. They don't know when it's too much or it's too little.
Right.
You know, so setting yourself a range and working with that as well. Setting up systems that work best for you, and that work best with the people that you're interacting with, without offending them and without, you know, overdoing it. So yeah.
Cute. New audience says, can we get a taster before ordering the main dish? I like that. On the tickets, yeah? I've got it here.
On the tickets?
What do you want to look at? The tickets? Is that what you want to look at?
But I think if you have a look, sorry, Freddie, if you look at the INtoActionlive.co.uk, you can see the packages laid out there. So
all the packages, everything you need to know is on that website page, which we'll put up after the live stream as well.
Yeah, but it even has a payment plan, people.
Yeah.
You can secure your place by putting down a deposit
Definitely.
and paying the rest later.
Right.
Yeah, so we're trying to help you out. Yeah, so you know how it is.
Exactly. There's a question from... Oh, yo, what's up, Ange? Angie! Woo! Keith says, independent artists should realise that they don't need millions of fans.
Right, exactly.
That's very true. Do you know what you need?
You need a good team. I think you need a good team.
You do need a good team.
Because independent doesn't mean alone. Could you hashtag that? Because somebody hashtagged that.
Yeah,
independent does not mean alone. You still got to use other people to do what you do. Don't try to be your own producer, your own photographer, your own videographer, your own stylist, your own makeup artist. Don't try and do it all, please. Something will flop. Ain't nobody that talented. Ain't nobody.
You will need a team.
Something will flop.
Right.
Understand? So work with others.
Yeah. I was going to say something about that as well. What was that?
Okay, so Marcy's given an interesting question. She said, what do you do when you think that artists just aren't talented enough? I tell them.
You need to get a music...
I tell them.
You need to get an artist developer.
But then people know that about me. I tell them.
Oh, right, cool.
And I would be willing to work with you. Do you understand? I tell them and I would be willing to work them out of it.
No, it's true.
You understand? There's no point just telling them and just leaving them hanging dry. But, you know, I mean, if there is no way you're supposed to be in children's ministry, you shouldn't be on a stage, then that's a whole different ballgame. But yeah, moving on. Yes, here.
More questions. Oh no, that was it.
I think we wrap it up though.
Pardon?
I'm going to wrap it up.
Cool. Let's do that.
We should wrap it up. We're going to leave like links to the various to the website and to the tickets as well, because you've got to register. You've got to register to be on it.
You've got to go on the website. Go to www.INtoActionlive.co.uk.
Thank you for the hashtag.
Okay. So yeah, thanks for the hashtag, guys. Thank you. Yeah, but all you need to do is go on the website. All the information's there. We might come back on another day and do this again.
That's right. Yeah.
And definitely ask if you get your questions ready. You know, share this video, comment. You know, subscribe to it as well. If you're in the group as well, definitely share this video.
That's right. Yeah.
We're going to be doing this on a regular basis, even leading up to the event and after. Yeah, we keep you guys posted.
Okay. Cool. We out.
Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it.
Bye.
Until next time, guys. Peace.
Bye. Bye, Instagram.